It became a way of actually inhabiting a very different identity. And so at a time when I was facing pressure to like commodify myself as a brand and become like alexaclay.com, which was sort of a gross enterprise, I wanted to jump into a different thing that made me feel a little bit more human and less commodified. And so with this Amish character, I could just speak from a very intuitive place. I could use moral language. I didn't have to sort of cite statistics or heavy research. I could just be intuitive. And it also came from this misfit spirit of provocation. So I could go to startup conferences and really ask people in this very naive way about like, well, what are you building actually? And have this agenda of trying to get the startup scene to develop more meaningful technologies and to have more existential awareness of what they were trying to do in the world. So yeah, I think it was a nice character to inhabit, both from a personal perspective and to also embody a type of femininity that was different from a sort of change, strong, like whatever I had been embodying before. Yeah, so I think I would encourage everyone to develop an alter ego.
While we're developing our alter ego, what kind of things should we look for? Should we go for the exact opposite of ourselves?
No, I think that could drive you crazy. Like, I think a lot of people who have alter egos can sometimes go a bit nuts because they choose something that's not really rooted in themselves. I think my formula for alter ego development is more to choose something that you feel is an unexpressed aspect of yourself, and then explore that. So I was talking, for example, with this war reporter who did a lot of work in Afghanistan, and we were having drinks, and there was something really callous about him, and maybe that's just his field and everyone's like that, but there was one moment where he started talking about when he used to go sailing, and he just became such a warm person in this moment. I said, that's it. Your alter ego is this sailor kind of archetype, like fun-loving, like just go explore this for a little bit. And so I think in conversation with people, you can kind of tease out what it is that makes them feel connected and animated and alive, and yeah, what takes them back also to this sort of 7-year-old person of who they were.
And while we're in that space, we reflect back on the work we're doing?
Yeah, I think it is like a distancing. I think what you learn is how to deprogram yourself. I think sometimes you can inhabit a certain personality, and work makes it even stronger because then you have to be this narrative on LinkedIn about who you are and how your decisions all make rational sense according to this thing. And so, yeah, I think what you tend to just give yourself space to do is explore more of your humanity.